the richest man with no money. In a quaint village nestled between rolling green hills and shimmering blue lakes, lived a man named Arun. He was known far and wide as the richest man in the village, but his wealth wasn't measured by gold or land. Arun's riches were of a different kind, and his story is one that reveals the true essence of what it means to be wealthy. Arun was born into a humble family. His parents were farmers who worked tirelessly to make ends meet. Despite their modest means, they were the happiest people in the village. They always had smiles on their faces, a kind word for everyone they met, and a helping hand for those in need. Arun's mother would often say, "Real richness lies not in what we have, but in what we give." Growing up, Arun absorbed these lessons like a sponge. He learned the joy of sharing, the satisfaction of helping others, and the beauty of living a life filled with love and kindness. His parents' teachings shaped his character, and even as he grew older, he never lost sight of these values. Arun inherited his parents' land and continued their work as a farmer. But unlike others who sought to accumulate wealth, Arun sought to accumulate something far more valuable. He invested his time and energy into his community. He helped rebuild homes after storms, taught children how to read and write, and cared for the elderly. His farm flourished not just because of the fertile soil, but because of the love and care he poured into it. Every season, his harvest was abundant, and he always had enough to share. He would invite the entire village for a feast, celebrating the fruits of their collective labor. Laughter echoed through the fields, and bonds were strengthened. Arun believed that wealth should be a source of joy for everyone, not just the one who holds it. One year, a severe drought struck the village. Crops failed, and there was not enough food to go around. Panic began to set in, and people started hoarding whatever little they had. But Arun remained calm. He opened his storehouses and distributed his reserves among the villagers. He knew that by helping others, they would all survive together. His actions inspired others to do the same, and soon the village came together in a spirit of unity and cooperation. As the drought persisted, Arun did something extraordinary. He dug into his savings and bought seeds from a distant town. He distributed them among the villagers and taught them new farming techniques that required less water. Slowly but surely, the fields began to yield crops again. The village survived the drought not just because of the seeds, but because of the sense of community and shared purpose that Arun had fostered. Years passed, and Arun grew older. His hair turned gray and his steps became slower, but his spirit remained as vibrant as ever. The village had transformed into a thriving community, known far and wide for its prosperity and happiness. People came from distant lands to learn the secret of their success, and Arun always welcomed them with open arms. One day, a young traveler arrived in the village. He had heard tales of Arun's riches and was eager to learn the secret to his wealth. The traveler found Arun sitting under a large oak tree, surrounded by children who were listening intently to his stories. The traveler approached Arun and said, "I have traveled far and wide in search of true wealth. I have heard that you are the richest man in this village. Can you tell me the secret to your riches? Arun smiled warmly and replied, "Sit down, my young friend. Let me tell you a story." As the traveler settled down, Arun began to recount his life's journey. He spoke of his parents and their teachings, of the hardships and the joys, of the drought and the resilience of the village. He spoke of the love, kindness, and community that had sustained him throughout his life. "Real richness," Arun said, "is not measured by the gold in your vault or the land you own. It is measured by the love you give and receive, the lives you touch, and the legacy of kindness you leave behind. Wealth is fleeting, but the impact you have on others lasts forever." The traveler listened intently, absorbing every word. He realized that he had been searching for wealth in all the wrong places. True richness was not in material possessions, but in the heart and soul. It was in the relationships one nurtures, the community one builds, and the love one shares. Arun's words resonated deeply with the traveler. He decided to stay in the village and learn from Arun and the villagers. He discovered the joy of giving, the fulfillment of helping others, and the beauty of a life lived in harmony with nature and community. As the years went by, the traveler became an integral part of the village. He carried forward Arun's legacy of kindness and compassion. When Arun passed away peacefully in his sleep, the entire village mourned the loss of their beloved friend, but his spirit lived on in the hearts of everyone he had touched. In the end, Arun's wealth was not counted in coins or possessions, but in the love and respect of those who knew him. His life was a testament to the true essence of richness, a richness that transcends material wealth and touches the very core of human existence. And so, the village continued to thrive, bound by the timeless lessons of love, kindness, and community. Arun's story became a legend, passed down through generations, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who sought to understand the true meaning